Say something.
Why did you think this? Hi.
The hurricane kind of passed through over here, and it kind of did something to your truck, right?
Yeah, you have damage.
Nice. Bro. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goon Squad garage after taking a whole entire week off. And I gotta say, we are back and we are ready to attack the 67 Camaro right here. And this is one of the projects that we want to kind of finish up first because it's one of the projects that we started before these other two projects that we have. And this morning we kind of just got a little list together of what we need to accomplish. And the very first thing that we want to do is actually clean this interior, because as you guys seen in the previous video, what did? We installed the rest of the cooling system, filled up all the fluids, got this sucker idling for over 10 minutes, got the exhaust installed. This thing sounds pretty sweet. Should we fire it up right now, dude?
Dude, I don't even know if it'll fire up, dude. It might as well. I mean, I think I disconnected the battery though, so you might have to hop back there, connect them two terminals, and this thing should fire up the first crank. I mean, it's ready to go. I mean, everything is cooled and properly set up. You got it over there?
I got it, dude.
Let's see it,
let's
man.
go ahead and see if it'll fire, dude. After a week of sitting, dude, I think it's gonna sound pretty good. If it fires right up, dude, I'll be surprised.
Hey,
actually, I won't be surprised. This thing is gonna fire up.
It has to, man. Let's hear it, dude. Yes, sir. That thing sounds good, man.
That thing sounds like a stock car almost right there,
It's ready
dude.
to go, dude.
The thing is ready to go, but at the same time, it's not ready to go because we still got a lot of work on our hands. But let's just hop into the interior, kind of show them what's going on in there. Dude, a huge mess. I mean, we got just spaghetti just going all the way throughout this thing. And we want to clean this up because we want to kind of just start sorting this wiring out, because there's a lot of stuff that we don't know where it goes. And we want to like hook up like the RPMs. We got to also wire up our fans because they're not even hooked up right now. We got to get them to turn on at the right temperature and all that good stuff. So we got a good bit of stuff that we want to take care of first before we move on to like suspension adjusting. We have to like hook up the power steering cooler, but that stuff is like we could do a little bit later. Brake lines, that's like the last stuff that we want to do.
This is the most important thing. You want to get this motor running right, properly idling and all that good stuff.
That's right. By the way, how was your vacation?
Dude, we were first going to go to Mexico, but we lost our passports, which is crazy because we usually have all of our like important stuff in a certain file. And then on our flight night, we're gonna go grab everything. Couldn't find them, dude. So they're completely lost. Our passports are gone. So we had to refund our money, and then we just ended up going to Vegas, somewhere in the States, which we never been. So it was pretty cool. The experience is pretty insane, but I feel like that place is kind of a little overrated. You know what I mean?
Really?
It's a very expensive place to go. You know what I mean?
Did
like
you gamble?
Everything. I tried some roulette and put everything on black. No, I tried a little bit of roulette, you know, just for the experience, you know, tried some of the slot machines, but all that is just to steal your money, dude.
That is awesome right there. But I also went out to the Maldives and Dubai with my wife, and dude, I gotta say, Maldives was absolutely insane, dude. It was off season when we went out there, so there was barely anybody on the resort. Literally, there was like 2 to 3 more people on the resort, and we had the one that we went to, I think, is the biggest pool in Maldives, and we had just a massive pool to ourselves. Insane, but we relaxed so much that, dude, I think I'm all relaxed out for a whole entire year, man. I'm ready to get stuff done, man.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, dude.
Also stopped by in Dubai, dude. That was pretty insane, and we have a lot of fans out there, and they're welcoming us, so we might have to go back out there and hit the desert, dude.
Dude, dunes, dude.
Dunes, man.
Hit some dunes up.
There's some
I heard they got some insane like Nissan like SUVs that they like soup up and they rip over there.
They got some
dude.
crazy stuff, and on top of that, they got some cars that I think once they go to the auction, they don't, or once they get wrecked, they just let them sit on a yard forever and ever. Dude.
Nobody
I don't know
fixes
why.
them out there.
We
dude.
might have to go out there and fix some stuff and just drive around over
Live
there. Or
out
something.
there.
But it's actually, the laws are really crazy out there, so maybe that's why they don't fix it. But anyways, let's just go ahead, start cleaning this interior, and we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, so check this out. We are moving right along. Of course, first thing we started with was cleaning up this interior. And if you take a peek in there, it already got messy again. But for the most part, we got rid of all those wires just all over the place. A lot of trash, a lot of unnecessary stuff. And it kind of just was helped us to just kind of know where things go. You know what I mean?
Narrowing everything down, figuring out where all the wires are. There's still a few more because the fan controller is getting connected right now. So once that's connected, running, we'll be cleaned up 100%.
That is right, yeah. So that's the very next thing that we're trying to figure out is how to get these fans to cut on when the temperature rises. So that's going to be a little bit technical, but I think you're doing a little bit of research and you almost got that computer module figured out. It's just for some reason that module, fan controller module, doesn't want to kick on right now.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out. So just like all the other wires, we're not pro at anything electrical, but we got it all wired up. If you look under here, got everything running right on the frame, and I think here in a little bit it'll probably cut those fans on.
We're just putting wires to random places. You know what I mean? That's kind of how we troubleshoot the wiring harness, and so far we've been moving right along. You know what I mean? We got this motor running, and now we just got to figure out a few things like the thermostat and just like the RPMs,
gauge
all that
are
good
not
stuff.
cutting on. We'll just slowly figure that out as we go, but it's coming along.
It is coming along. But anyways, we're gonna take a quick little lunch break because we haven't did a cookout in a while. And look at this, man. We got some hamburgers and hot dogs. The good old classic, of course, we got the party-sized Tostitos. We got some queso, some salsa, the goodies, man.
But the most important thing is what's in this box right here, dude.
That is right. The dang sauces right here. And don't forget, guys, that we're running that 20% off promotion on Amazon, and I think it's going to be over tomorrow, so you might want to just go on there while it lasts.
When this video comes out, this is the last day, guys.
The very last day.
They're running out. I believe there may be only the minis left, if I'm not mistaken. I think
we sold out of the regular-sized ones, so that's been a challenge of ours is to keep them suckers in stock. But you know what? There's plenty of minis right now.
Plenty of minis, and they're going to be perfect for these burgers, dude.
That is right. So we already went ahead and fired up the barbecueshka right there.
What do you call it? Barbecue?
That's what you call it in Ukrainian.
Yeah, we got the little barbecue grill going. I mean, we're about to fire that thing up.
We never told you guys that right there. So little fun fact, that's a barbecueshka. We got the grill fired up. We're going to slap on some burgers and also some hot dogs, slap on some dang sauce on everything, eat and get back to work.
All right, so after that barbecue session with the dang sauce, man, I gotta say the burgers and the hot dogs, man, they just got me thinking. And we just jumped on this Camaro and we just started just zapping things and getting stuff running left and right. Of course, we got the fan spinning, man, cooling this engine off. It's actually staying at a good 180-degree temperature as it's just running. So that is just some awesome news right there. We even found out that our alternator was not charging our battery, so we fixed that wiring situation. No more yellow wire just laying around. We ran that sucker to the inside and it's all operating properly. It's looking good. And we even went ahead and started adjusting a bunch of stuff. Like I didn't mention, like this car runs off of like 6 computers, dude. Like I'm telling you, man, the radiator fans run off of their own controller, the tachometer, and a bunch of other stuff. So this is why some projects are just left in the garage for years, dude. I'm telling you.
We about stranded this thing about 5-6 times. We actually did. It was stranded at one time, abandoned at one time.
It's been through a lot. But these are classic project cars right here, dude. So this is our first time doing a swap, and for it to be our first time, I think we're doing pretty good. I mean, look at that, dude. That engine bay looks pretty dang neat, dude.
Dude, that is super clean, and it's not even tucked. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that we're gonna tuck away a little bit later.
Yeah, we may redo these vacuum lines and stuff like that, make it look super clean, and a bunch of other stuff, but we're not worried about that. We want to get this thing running. And as for the tachometer, dude, come over here, dude. Look,
we got all the gauges working, man.
All the gauges, they look amazing, dude. And we even turned on the lights. That way the gauges actually cut on. Look at this beautiful thing right there, dude. We got our oil temperature. We got our water temperature right there. Our fuel finally cuts on. Our volts, our RPM gauge works. Speedometer, probably the miles per hour work. We just got to drive this thing. But
that's right.
Other than that, dude, everything's working great. As you can hear, the fans actually cut on. And we got to mess with that computer a little bit because you can actually cut those fans off and on, like at certain speeds, at certain temperatures. You can even have it cut off when you cut the car off. It will run for like a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I think you got it on a timer right now, right?
Yeah, on like 27 seconds or something like that.
We need to cut it off maybe a little bit shorter. What do you think? Or is that good?
I think it's good. Maybe even set at like, you can set at 2 to 5 minutes. Like say you go ripping this car around to a fat burnout, you park it, the fans will cool it off. I mean, this is just awesome, dude.
This is super insane, man, because this right here was the most difficult thing for us, the wiring. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get this far, dude.
I'm telling you, man, with these projects. But you know what? Next step is to practically get this thing driving. You know what I mean? Yep. So we got to focus on our suspension. We got to focus on our rear axle situation because, as you guys know, this rear axle was leaking when we first got this car. So, I mean, got some kind of weird noise. Maybe that's normal. I don't know what's going on, but we either got to get this axle like completely redone or maybe get a new axle, or we need to go ahead and order our drive shaft because we need a custom drive shaft for this new transmission to this old axle shaft.
I say we first start with the drive shaft, hook it up to that axle, and maybe see how it operates.
Yeah.
If anything, we'll get that sucker built, man.
And also we're trying to figure out how we're going to change our gearing, our gears in the transmission because we need a cable to actually go from drive to neutral to reverse.
Hop in there. I want to show you something right quick, dude.
What do you got?
Imagine, you know how we got a boat throttle right there? Imagine if we put the throttle on that right there.
Wow. That's just funny looking right there. I was also thinking about using the center console from the newer car. What if you actually use that in here? You know what I mean? Because then you'll have an armrest and stuff like that, and you'll have that shifter and stuff like that.
That'd be insane.
It could work, dude.
It's very possible, dude. But anyways, right now we're gonna keep on moving with the little things. I say we try to adjust this suspension first, and maybe try to fix that power steering cooler situation right there.
Yeah, we never cooled this thing off. All we got to do is run a couple lines to the radiator, and it'll be good. But right now, I say we go ahead and drop these wheels and see if we can adjust this suspension.
Alrighty guys, so check this out. So Elazar actually took off a little bit early because he had to take care of some pretty important stuff, but me and Pops kept moving and we got some stuff knocked out. So first thing we did was of course knock out that suspension, and it's sitting pretty good right here. As you guys can tell, the suspension is actually finally able to be bouncy. It's a little bit bouncy. It's actually still pretty stiff, and honestly I think we might have to actually buy some new shocks because I think we got them as high as we possibly can adjust them, and it's still pretty stiff. But as long as we don't have it on the metal blocks like we had before, we are good. And also we went ahead and took care of the power steering cooler. And what you think, Pops? Is that going to cool that power steering right there?
Yeah, I think so. This size, you know, it's, don't need it too hot, but this one a little bit slow, but anyway, it's a lot help it.
Yeah, it's helping it a lot. And actually, we just allowed it to kind of warm up for like 15-20 minutes, and it's still pretty cool. And that's just going to be a lot better right there. Just went ahead and took that out of the way, and just now we're going to move on to the next thing, which is going to be in the next video because I think we're done for the day. And Pops, while we were out of town, what'd you do while you were in town?
I have something to do, and on a mount and by your house, and some couple time drove to pick up some orders or make orders. One for what is a some put in a block, or what is it?
Oh, for the block, for the bricks.
Bricks,
yeah. You had to put in some order for that, and you also ordered some metal.
Metal,
You did a lot of stuff, Pops.
Yeah,
you are.
And put in water on trees. You know.
Oh yeah, he was watering stuff. He was taking care of stuff around here, and also the hurricane kind of passed through over here, and it kind of did something to your truck, right?
Yeah, you have damaged my truck. It's fall down trees. Big trees and make it damage.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate, but luckily Pops had some insurance, right? He's already doing the insurance claim and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to quickly update you guys, and we're just super excited to be back in town and just be able to just get this sucker just closer to being finished up. But you know what? That's just going to be a wrap for today's video. And the next one, we're going to keep on moving. Hopefully get some drive shaft work done to this thing. Hopefully get that axle fixed and just get this sucker completely put that back together along with the interior, the exterior. And before you know it, we'll be ripping this sucker. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Definitely be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.